Hello, everyone. Welcome to the TradeStation Masterclass. My name is Jesus Nava. I'm the Director of Client Training and Education for TradeStation Securities, and it's always a pleasure to be here to talk about TradeStation. Today, we're going to highlight web trading, and we're going to talk about all the different places where you can place a trade. This is going to be a very simple class. We may finish it early, but I just wanted to make sure that you're all aware that you can place trades using web trading. Before we jump over to our web trading platform, here are the disclosures. Keep in mind that every symbol and idea that I talk about in this presentation is for demonstration purposes only, and is not a recommendation of TradeStation. Also, active trading is not suitable for everyone, and past historical performance is no guarantee of future results. For additional information, the link is right there in the slide for details on the disclosures, www.tradestation.com/important-information. All right, guys, let me switch over to my web trading platform. Well, I haven't logged in yet. So I pull up my browser and I click on login right here at the top. And by the way, just for you guys that are not familiar with this, TradeStation provides 3 different platforms on which you can trade. The more sophisticated one, the one that has all the bells and whistles, of course, is the TradeStation desktop. You need to download and install that on your computer, and it's going to be in the list of programs. But this one right here that I'm going to show you is web-based, meaning that you go to tradestation.com, you click login, and you have to choose whether you want to trade live or you want to trade simulated. There's 2 separate buttons. By the way, the third platform is the mobile. We're not going to talk about that one today. But since I want to practice some trades, I'm going to click on the login for the web trading simulator. But both web tradings are the same. It's just connecting you to a different trading environment. So whatever you do on web trading simulator in regards to charts that you have open or symbol lists that you're creating, they are also going to be accessible if you connect to a live environment. So I'm going to click login here for simulator. It's going to ask me for a username and password. This is the first time that I see this new to TradeStation, so it's interesting that we have that here. I guess it makes sense, so if you go to login and you don't have a TradeStation account, this is going to ask you to sign up. Let me see where this takes me. It just takes over my browser. I thought it was just going to open up a new one. This goes into the account opening process. All right, so it does remember my username. I just have to type in my password, log in. Okay, this is web trading 1.34. I'm not sure. Okay, the volume at price, that's something that was added recently. Let's go ahead and I always, there's a do not show this again. I always leave it on or not checked so that I always get this, just in case there's a new version of web trading, I get this pop-up. I'm not sure if where it says do not show this again, if it only applies to version 1.34, and then I'm forced to unsurf the window if there's a new feature, but I'm not sure. I have to check on that, but I always like to look at this to see what's new on web trading. Okay, so we have our list of quotes, and we have our chart trading here on the right-hand side. So since this presentation is all about trading, if you want to trade anything on the web trading platform, you have a big trade button right here at the very top. That's how you trade on the web trading platform. Thank you very much. You all have a good day. No, I'm just kidding. let's test. Let's try the functionality here. And since we're going to be trading, let me go ahead and open up an orders tab. Okay, let me make this larger. There we go. I'm going to leave the chart here on the right-hand side. And one of the things that I wanted to point out here on the trade bar is that there's 3 different tabs. You have a standard order bar, which is the one that is currently visible. You have a little drop down for OCO, OSO functionality. This is not as extensive as the one that comes on the desktop, but still it's very robust in terms of, sending an OCO or an OSO type of order. We're going to do an example here as well. And then you have the options order bar that allows you to, trade options. Here, you can see that there's no symbol box because I don't think This allows you to enter the symbol manually if you know it by heart. The options order bar, it's pretty much linked to options that you bring from the option chain. We're going to take a look at an options trade in a moment. So let's go here to the standard order. So I have Home Depot in there, which is totally fine. I see my bid, last, and ask buttons here on the right-hand side where I can see a real-time quote for Home Depot. It is trading at $272.89. I'm just going to trade 100 shares at $200 each, or $272 each. That's going to be about $27,000, which is okay. I'm a big player, considering that I'm the simulator, right? Here, the order limit, the order type is limit, and I can adjust the price here. I'm going to buy this at exactly 272. No trailing cents. A GTC order, since I want the order to remain active for several trading sessions, although since it's Friday, I probably don't want to leave any orders open, you know, so I can change the duration to day. And I believe day is the default. I may have changed, you know, the defaults on my web trading so that it's always GTC, but you can change it anytime you place a trade. And all I need to do is click on buy or sell short. I want to buy this at 272. I get my confirmation. I'm going to disable confirmations just because I don't want to get this window every single time I trade. So I can always enable it back up. So I'm going to send it. And there we go. We have an order here for Home Depot. Has a number. It's been received. It tells you the date and the time, the quantity, and the scroll bar. It's one of the things on web trading that I find odd. You know, this scroll bar, I usually look at the scroll bar right here at the bottom, but it's right at the bottom of the last row, which is convenient because I don't have to bring my cursor all the way down. I just have to scroll here right below it, you know. So this is for 100 shares. The price that I want is 272. And there we go. Our order is in there. Okay. So from the orders tab, of course, you can cancel and cancel replace. Let's suppose that I want to change the price to 270. Cancel replace. Enter the new price and proceed. Now that was done. See how quickly that was? So when I say that the functionality is robust, I'm not lying. It's pretty cool to place trades here on web trading. Now my order is at $270. Let me go ahead and cancel that order. I'm just going to click on the X and the order gets canceled. It says you are out on the order status. If I want to trade again, I go to trade and I'm going to do American Express. As soon as you enter the symbol, I can see the quote is trading at 142. Let me short 100 shares and I'm going to short them at a price of 145. So short. And then my order is received. If I'm looking at the chart, let me open up my chart here and see. I'm looking at Home Depot here on this chart, but let's go here and change this to a 5-minute chart. Okay, and I'm going to change the symbol. In fact, let me just link it. So link it, and I'll click on American Express, and I see my American Express order sitting right there on the chart. Pretty cool. Everybody sees my limit order right there. All right. If I had more space here, it would be more visible. It'd be a little bit more clear. You see that red line? That's just my order sitting there, waiting to get filled at 145. And this is a short trade, is of course above the market. Now, in addition to, you know, canceling and replace that you have here on the order, you also have that ability here on the chart. You know, I can click on this red flag and drag it to any other price that I want. For example, let's change the entry price from 145 to 144 to, you know, get a quicker fill. Maybe a quicker fill because it's going to reach 144 before it reaches 145. That's why I said it's a quicker fill. And all I need to do is bring this flag and drop it at 144. There we go. You also saw that when I click on the flag, you get an X and a CR. The same X and the CR that you see here on the order bar gets visible with one click on the flag, because maybe you don't want to click and drag. Maybe you want to do a cancel replace type of dialogue. gives you a little bit more flexibility of all the things you can do to the order. So click on the CR from here, takes you to the replace order dialog, and you can change both the quantity and you can change the price all within one dialog if that's what you prefer to do. And you also have access to that X, which is just canceling the order. Let me cancel this trade because now I want to show you a more sophisticated type of trade. I'm going to do American Express, but I'm also going to do an OSO. I'm going to send, targets and stops with my American Express order. So I'm going to go over here to the drop down of OCO OSO. As I said at the beginning of the class, the functionality here is not as extensive as it is on the desktop, which is okay, because a lot of times what you have in here is what people use the most. In this case, I'm going to use an entry long with bracket. Entry long with bracket, you can see that the trade bar at the very top gets set up in a visual way that makes it clear what is the primary order and what are the secondary orders. You can see that the primary is the one at the very top. That's my order to buy. And then you have a secondary 2 orders that are connected. Everybody sees this bracket over here on the left because they are connected. If one side gets filled, the other side gets canceled. So I can say, I'm going to buy American Express. In fact, let me drop the quantity here to 100 shares. It updates the quantity on all the other orders. I'm going to buy at 144 and put in the price there. And I'm going to sell at 150. And I'm going to stop it at 140. In fact, let's do 142. Very easy, right? All you have to do is enter the prices. These are all GTC orders. And I'm just going to, click on this button that says send orders. There we go. Now, we got filled because I probably, entered the wrong price. I said that I wanted to buy at 144 and I looked at the market, but you can buy it at 142. Why would you want to buy it at 144 if you can buy it at 142? So by submitting a trade at 144, it turned the order into what's called a marketable limit order. So it just got filled immediately. And now I have my 2 exits working for me. I have an exit at 150, which I can squeeze the price scale here to see it. And I have an exit at 142. Now that I'm looking at the layout here, I see that the stop is too close to where my entry was. So maybe if I want to bring it and give it a little bit more space, I can bring it down to maybe this low right here in history. So the nice thing about clicking and dragging orders inside of a chart is that you can use prior highs and prior lows for your exits, which is an added value of trading from a chart. Otherwise, I would have to know that the low here was 138, and that's what my stop, and that's what I wanted my stop to be, So I think I clicked on the stop accidentally. This is a 5-minute chart. We see that American Express did go lower than 138 earlier in the day. But if I wanted to, actually, that's the beginning of the day. So yeah, it did start the day at a little bit lower than, it did go below 138 at the beginning of the day. But still, that's a price that it touched previously, and you can always send orders that are related to prices that were traded in the past. But very nice setup. You have an entry that automatically sends exits, and you can visualize that on a chart. And as I said earlier, the option orders, no symbol I can submit here. So if I wanted to trade options, I have to bring up an option chain. So let me pull that up here. Plus option chain. This is no symbol yet, but if I enter American Express, I get my options. These are all single, but anytime that I click on any of these, let's say that I want to buy this call, which is on the left-hand side, with the strike price of 142, it's been sold for $1.60. If I click here, it automatically sends that leg up here. The symbol is over here on the far right. You guys see it? But it's not a symbol box that I can edit. On the TradeStation desktop, yeah, you can go ahead and change the symbol if you want to. If I wanted to change the symbol, well, I can accomplish that by changing the expiration or the strike. If you want to change the underline, then you got to just start from the beginning, but here, if I want to change the strike, let's say that I want to trade the 143 instead, I just have to select it from here, and it automatically adjusts the symbol for me. And it tells me, what that price is. The prices are down here, natural, mid, and far. So the natural is 81 cents, and that's the price that I see here, 81 cents for the 143. If you wanted to do more like a spread, all you need to do is make sure that the option chain is set to custom plus custom, meaning that you can click on any other leg, and notice I changed the spread type and it cleared out my options. I guess it does that for security, maybe just to make sure that that's what you want to trade. So if I want to click on the ask price of the 142 and the bid for the 143, then it creates that vertical spread right here inside my options order. What I don't see anywhere is this is a custom spread, 142, 143. Is it the other way around? I don't think so. It's a custom spread. So it recognizes it as just a custom spread. It's not like an OptionStation Pro where you can select two different legs and OptionStation Pro recognizes it as a spread. In here, I just find it odd that it says custom spread down here. Let me trade it and see what happens. This vertical has a natural price of 0.94, which is what I'm going to trade this at. Let's send the orders. Okay, so the orders are sent. Let me check the orders. And we just got filled, buy to open, filled. You see the order status? If I click on this little double-headed arrow, it gives me details on that position. Now, I don't like trading options here on web trading because you have very little. Let me maximize this. You have little customization. It's not like an OptionStation Pro where you can click one leg and drop it on top of the other. Here, you cannot do that. In fact, if I open up my positions panel instead, this is going to show me my two American Express legs. I traded them as a vertical, but I have no way of combining them into a vertical. So I do see individual P&L for each one of the legs. I'm losing $43 on one and losing 15, which is a total of $58 for just the vertical. Don't see that here though. And let me see, this is grouped by underline. This little button, just make sure that all your positions for an underline are grouped together, which is sometimes it's convenient. But if I wanted to trade that spread or close it, one thing that web trading does allow me to do is do individual selections. So I can select those two legs and I can close at market. It'll close it as a spread. These are two legs working together that are going to be closed as a spread. I can trade them and it sends the information to the trade bar. And over here, I can just do natural pricing and send the orders. Okay, pretty cool, huh? Now in my positions, I only see American Express. I don't see the vertical that I just traded. Although I do a separate class on the options. I'm not sure why I went the options side. I just find it interesting how different one platform is to the next. But the trade bar gives you that functionality of three different types of orders: just a standard order with a single buy or a sell, or a sell short and a buy to cover. You have the OCO OSO tab with a limited selection of OCOs and OSOs. And then you have the third tab, which is an options order tab, allowing you to submit orders for options. When it comes to, let me go ahead and click on the X here and go to a chart, because you have a chart You have the trade bar at the top, and then we'll go and take a look at the matrix. I don't really like the matrix here in web trading, but we'll take a look at it. It's a different place where you can put it in order. Right here on a chart, let me go ahead and increase my bar spacing a little. This is a daily chart of, what is it? Microsoft, the symbol is up here. If I want to trade, one of the nice things they did on web trading is that we have a crosshair following my cursor everywhere I move. But I also have this plus on the far right. The plus is your trade little window for charting. You click on the plus, and then you can trade buy or sell short. So that's based on the price that is currently selected, or go to the trade bar. So let's go back. Let me move my cursor here. I know that, Microsoft is trading at 248. Let's suppose that we want to buy. Let me open this chart a little bit more. I want to buy at 150. So let me put my crosshair at 150. Sometimes it's going to be challenging. In fact, right now it can only go to 250.04. So having difficulty here to drop it at exactly 250, and that's okay. That's okay because we can always adjust it. You can come here to, interesting. Instead of clicking on the plus, I just clicked on this once, and it pulls the trade bar up here. Take a look at it. It pulls the price of where I clicked, 249.97. So if you're having a hard time like here, selecting the price you want, and the reason why I'm having difficulty selecting the price is because I have a daily chart, and the range of prices is very big. It goes from 245 all the way to 275. So that's a $30 range. So the detail between those prices is going to be difficult to reach. So if you want to really do 250, you can do a couple things. Either do the trade bar. So you saw that when I clicked here and I held, I have the ability to click on trade bar from here, and it auto populates Microsoft with the limit price of 249.77, which is the clicked on price. Or you can just go to a different time frame. If I go to a 5-minute, for example, now the range is not as big. We're not talking about $30. We're talking about maybe $13. And I can even, open up the space here, the bar spacing, by using the down arrow key. And I get more detail here on the chart. So if I want to trade at 250, I bring my cursor down here to 250. I cannot even select 250 from here. It goes from 250.01 to 249.99. Okay, so those are some of the limitations you have to deal with. So over here, I can click and say, I'm going to buy at 247.97. Okay, when you click on buy, then you have the option to adjust the price a little bit. So if I wanted 250, I guess it's easier from here. I said that if you wanted, to do an exact price, you have to go to the trade bar, but not necessarily. I mean, you can just click close to 250 on the plus here. And if you click on buy, you get this little dialog that allows you to adjust the price if you have to. So if I want my order to be exactly at 250 and I want my quantity to be 100, then I just click buy. There we go. Now we have a buy stop at 250. Interesting, huh? Marcelo is asking, can you pull in a crypto symbol trade? I would like to see if it prompts like the app. Yeah, let's go ahead and put it on. What symbol did you have in mind, Marcel? Okay, let's go ahead and do this. BTC. Can we add crypto? So I don't have a crypto, but that's not a crypto, right? So let's go and try that again. So BTC USD. Oh, okay. So interesting. BTC USD is not something that I can trade here because that's not, remember that trading wise, we only have access to equities, futures, and equities, futures, and options. If you wanted to trade a Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, then you have to you have to use the crypto platform, which is different than this. It's a separate platform, right, Marcel? When you trade crypto, you have to log into a different platform, which is the crypto platform. It's similar in look and style, but it's a separate platform. Is that accurate? So even though I'm able to pull a chart on cryptocurrencies, I see the value, I won't be able to trade it. If I click here on the plus, you see it just goes away. Even if I click on buy here, it's not going to do anything because I cannot buy this. If it was a futures based on Bitcoin, yes, I can do that. Yes, it says you can start a crypto account, but that's just a crypto account that is linked to the crypto platform. It's not, linking a crypto account into this TradeStation web trading. So it's just a way of making it convenient for users to open up a crypto account. So if I wanted to do futures, let's do, click up here, Bitcoin, BTC. So we have, let's go to futures. Here we go. We have some BTC U22. That's Bitcoin futures based on, there you go. So this is what we would be able to trade. Let me go here to a 60-minute chart. Okay, it's not very actively traded. Let's go here to daily chart. All right, so this is our BTC U22. I don't see a lot of trading activity here, but it's okay. This would be a product that you can trade from within, the simulator, because it's a futures based on the Bitcoin. Yeah. Really? Well, if I try to do, again, BTC USD, it says add crypto. If I do apply now, it'll take me to an application. This is just an application to open up an account. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's the behavior you're trying to see, but it's a separate platform altogether. All right, any other questions? The functionality is pretty straightforward. Does anybody want to see any other example when it comes to trading? Oh, I said that I wanted to show you the matrix, right? So let's go here to the matrix. And let's pull in a symbol. Let's do Microsoft. All right, let's see what's been added here and what's new and what's not. We have, very welcome, Marcel. We have the plus and the minus on the price. And I'm looking at Microsoft, which is $248. Let me see if I can increase that by a nickel. So now the prices, instead of jumping 1 penny, they jump a nickel. Let's go a little bit further. Let's go by a dime, 10 cents. So you can see the prices here moving at 10 cents increment. You can do that if you want to see more, if you want to see the view of this a little bit more condensed. I can go even further. I wish they had like a little cell where I can just type in a value, because in reality, I would have liked to see maybe this show a dollar increment. You can see that right now we're looking at 20 cents. And now we're looking at 25 cents. Well, not yet. One more. Oh, here it is, 25-cent increment. We can see very similar volume as we see in the matrix on TradeStation. This is an order that we placed earlier at 250. If I wanted to cancel this, I believe I can just click right here on this gray. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't see that before. So notice that when you click on a little flag, then you get this menu that says replace or cancel. If I wanted to cancel this, it goes away. So current trading price for Microsoft, 248.67. You can see that it's not highlighted here in the price because it's none of the prices here. But if I wanted to buy at 147 even, I can just put myself here on the bid side, click, and I submitted an order to buy at 247. Of course, using these order settings, this is quantity and duration. Again, I can click and I can cancel that order. say that I want to buy at 248. And if you want to click and drag this, very easily done. If I get filled, which I did I get partially filled? Position. Why didn't this go away though? If I click here, oh, okay. Oh, that's not an order. It's just showing you the position. I got filled at 248.75. And I can see my P&L right here on the left. That's not my fill price though. That's not my fill price. If I go over here to, this is the last traded price. Let me open up the price again. Where's my positions right here? Doesn't show my position. Everybody saw that little blue box? I wasn't sure what that was. Let me bring this down to default. Too bad I don't have a cell like I have in TradeStation where I can enter a number. I just want to bring this down to the way that it was before. Okay, and let me see if this shows my entry. Limit at 148.75. Is that an active order? Let me go here to my orders tab because maybe it is. For Microsoft, I have a filled order, you're out. I did get filled. Let's go here and scroll to the left. I got filled at 248.66. My limit price was 248.75. So if I go over to my matrix, so it shows me what my price was, 248, but it doesn't show my entry price. If I want to see my entry price, I'd have to scroll down to this, 0. This is where my entry price was. Some of the things that I don't like about web trading matrix is that if I wanted to know exactly what I got filled at, what's the point of this showing me the price that I submitted my order at if I didn't get filled there? I got filled right here at 248.66 where the 0 is. So it's interesting. All right. But still, you can manage your orders right here, especially if you're a tape reader and you want to place trades in relationship to what's happening to the bid or the ask. This is the place to be. All right, so 3 places. The trade bar, the chart trading, which you can place trades on the chart, or you can place trades on the matrix. And without forgetting that you can always come here to positions and manage your positions directly from the positions tab, and also managing your order from the orders tab if that's what you need to do. All right, that's it. I told you guys this is going to be an easy class, especially for those of you that have been with TradeStation for a while. This is just showing you the capability of TradeStation and the flexibility as well. You have ability to open up TradeStation in any internet browser. But I want to thank you for the time. Thank you for being part of the TradeStation Masterclass. And I hope to see everyone in my next class. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.